Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Frogs and Grog, the
Frogs
podcast.
and Grog, the podcast for all the nerdy shungai.
Yeah, so today we have a special video. This time we're not using the face cams, but we did figure out how to make it work better. So,
Yay, so we won't have any weird video issues.
Yep, turns out I'm just stupid.
Nah, it's fine. So today we wanted to make D&D characters of each other.
Yep, and kind of give a guide how to make basic characters and
Right.
stuff.
I mean, a lot of it's really easy if you have the sheet, like the sheet and the book. But
Yep.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe something we say here can help you. Who knows?
Yep. Okay, so basically, you want to start out with name. All good characters have names.
This one's you start at the top.
Yep, right here.
Boom.
His character's name, Jack. This
It's
is
me.
Jack's character that
Woohoo!
I made for him.
Yes.
His class, you want to... Okay, so first you want to choose the race, which we
Yep.
chose Dwarf,
Yep.
and not for any specific reason.
I'm not short.
No,
I'm not sure. Just
Uh,
wait till you see your character.
Yep, just
Just
wait till
wait.
you see my character.
Just wait.
Then there's the class, which is Paladin, and then level, but you don't really need to worry about level until you've actually started playing, and then your DM will probably help you at that point with level, because...
And I guess one thing you got to keep in mind too: some DMs start their campaigns at a higher level.
Yeah, like some started at 3,
And some at
ish.
5 sometimes. Depends on what you're playing.
Yeah. hmm
But
Next, you're going to want to choose your background. We chose Noble.
mm,
Alignment, that's basically how the character will act in general. So we chose, there's lawful, neutral, and chaotic. And then for the second one, it's good, neutral, evil,
Yep.
which we chose lawful neutral for Jack's alignment.
Yes, sir.
Then you put the player name and experience points, which there's 0 right now, and you'll gain more as you do things in the game.
So you did the top.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
top is finished.
Now,
Congratulations.
We're gonna go to the boxes on the left, the very
Yep.
far left.
You'll see them here.
That's
So-
the next step.
My personal favorite way to do this is to go to a D&D character roller. This is a great website. You just hit roll new character, and then it will roll all the numbers you need, and then you can put them into your character.
Mhm.
Other ways, you can roll 4 dices and then take
Yeah.
them and then put them in, and then
Yeah,
That's how that works.
exactly. And then what these are called? They're ability scores. They kind of
Mhm.
determine how good your character is at certain skills and just different aspects of the game. And so
Yep.
you kind of take those scores you've rolled and you build it how you want.
yeah. So basically, you're gonna put the big number, so like 16 here. That you can see right here. You'll take that number and put it in this big box, and then you take the smaller number under it, and then you place it down here,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be your modifier.
right, the modifier, which is what you add to like your attacks or your skills or whatever you're rolling
Yeah,
for.
if you want to drink some mead, but your DM's a douchebag, then you will need a dexterity roll or something.
Constitution.
Yeah, Constitution.
Because you don't want to get blackout drunk.
Well, if I'm just saying, if you want to just drink it.
Yeah, that's right, huh? It is.
So after you finish putting these in, and you want to, so your class will have,
Not class race.
no, your class will have what skills you want to have.
Oh, the skills. Sorry, I'm
So,
thinking of
yeah.
added to proficiency.
Yeah, you'll get proficiency bonuses and stuff from your race and
Right.
class and background. But basically, so if you choose Paladin, you're gonna want higher wisdom and charisma, which you'll see right here. We did not put higher that. That is because these are characters based off of ourselves.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Also, just keep in mind, it looks like the Constitution is higher, but that's because the dwarf gets a bonus to Constitution.
Yep,
So you got to look in your race for that too.
yep. And then you'll see to the right of that, there's proficiency bonus.
Level 1
Which-
characters are always +2. If you
Yep.
look at the level, like the chart, whatever that shows all the skills you get, as you level up, your proficiency bonus will also increase. So just depending on what level you're at.
And this is all in the Players Handbook.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that, you'll probably need it if you want to make characters, because it tells you a lot of useful stuff.
Right.
I mean, you can always use online, but it's a lot harder to gather the information.
Right.
So I would just buy the book. Next, we'll move to saving throws. So you'll typically put in all of the modifiers in here. We haven't for this, but these ones are the ones that you're proficient in. That's why we were saying.
Yep, and your class will tell you what those are.
Yep, that's why it's wisdom and charisma. And then you'll put in the saving throw with the proficiency bonus.
Yep.
And so here there's -1 and -1. So you add 2, and then you get 1 wisdom and 1 charisma added to your saving throws.
Right.
So we can add a plus to that.
No, it's just 1.
It's
That's
just
all
1?
it is. Yes, that's just 1.
Just 1. Next, the skills, pretty much the same. We haven't added all of them, but basically you take your whatever,
Modifier.
and then you put it in this thing, and then according to your class and background, you'll get some bonuses to put in. For this one, we have athletics, history, intimidation, and persuasion, and they all get +2.
And you can
to
tell
their
the ones
thing.
you have proficient because they have the X
Yep.
in the whatever it's called, the circle.
Yeah. Or if you're doing it on paper, you can do it as well. It's pretty much the same.
Anyways. Oh, you know what? We never did passive wisdom perception.
Passive wisdom. Oh, yeah.
That's kinda
Isn't that
good.
just wisdom, though?
It's like wisdom plus some stuff. It's kind of funky.
I don't think I've ever used it, to be
passive
honest.
perception is really useful, or is used a lot actually.
That's crazy, because I don't think I've ever had a character that had that box building. I'll continue on while you're talking about that. So next is hit point max. You get this from your class, right?
Hit points you get from your class, yes.
Yeah, so with class, it'll say some number plus your constitution modifier. So for paladin, I believe it was 10 plus your constitution modifier, so you get a maximum of 13 hit points. Armor class, that's determined by what items you have. So for the paladin starting class, you can choose to have a shield and chainmail. So the shield will add 2 to any armor class, and then chainmail is, what's chainmail?
Chainmail, are you looking for the base or whatever?
Yeah, just the
so
base.
So it's heavy armor, so I think it starts with like 16 or something. No,
I think it starts with
Or was it medium
10.
armor?
I think it's 10 with your 13, and then plus your
Yeah, so chainmail is 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you add your dex. So actually that should be a little higher.
I think it was chain shirt.
Or did you choose chain shirt?
Oh yeah, probably chain shirt is what I
Okay,
had.
so anyways, oh no, you don't add your dex to the heavy armor. Anyways, there's a table in the book. Use that.
Yeah, very, very useful book if you want to play D&D. I would suggest getting that one first. Even if you want to be like a DM or something, get that one first.
Yeah.
Because then you'll know how the game works. Speed is determined by your race. We have 25 here because it's dwarf.
Yep, and it says that in the race stuff. Okay, passive wisdom is 10 plus wisdom modifier, so mine would be 9.
Okay, so 9.
Hee. That's really bad. Passive wisdom is important because a lot of, at least my DMs have used them in like survival situations. He'll just randomly be like, what's your guys' passive wisdom perception? And so he'll roll a stealth check for certain enemies that are like sneaking up on us, and we won't be able to tell where they are if it's high enough.
Interesting. Okay, so the next and last one up here is going to be the initiative. That's a bonus to whatever you roll for your initiative.
Initiative is the turn you take in battle.
Yep, and so you roll a d20 and then add 3 to it.
Which that's the dex
is
mod.
the
So you
dexterity
add your dex
modifier.
mod.
Yeah.
And this one is 3.
Yeah, this one specifically.
Cool.
Next, we could talk about weapons. So you'll want to put in the weapon name, and then the attack bonus, which is the strength
Well, it
modifier.
depends on the weapon you're using, I think. I don't know. That one's kind of funky.
I think this one's a martial weapon, so is that
I
dex?
think it's... I think it's strength.
Strength?
Still.
Okay.
I think it's always strength.
Well,
Maybe.
either way, it's going to be 3.
Right.
So that's what extra roll, or what you get on your roll.
Right.
You add that to your roll.
So
Ooh, can't talk today.
the 2 categories are simple and martial, and most simple weapons with... Well, anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Yep. This one is specifically a longsword, so it has its damage type is 1d8, and then its type is slash.
Okay, sorry. If you're proficient, so it is strength, and then if you're proficient in a weapon, you add your proficiency bonus to the attack bonus. So that one's gonna be +5 actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that.
Anyways, sorry. Keep going.
Here you list your equipment. Usually you'll have different amounts of money.
Yep.
We didn't include that. It's in the back of the book, kind of,
Right.
where you'll find, or back of the character creation section, where you'll find that.
Yeah.
It's just based off of dice rolls.
Yeah, it also is based off of what your DM starts you with sometimes
Yep.
too. So, anyways.
And then over here, this last section, this is really just personal about what you want your character to be. So for Jack, we had laughs at dick jokes, because it's true.
Yep.
His ideals, you would usually put something like wants to rid the world of evil, or something like that. That's just a generic one. But for Jack, we put wants to build a society based on socioeconomic principles based on dick jokes.
Exactly.
Yep, that's
all it
to
is.
him to a T. And then for his bonds, the noble class starts with 2 retainers, which
2 like
servants basically.
Yep.
And his bond is also with dick jokes.
I love dick jokes.
And then his flaws are that he makes too many dick jokes.
Yep.
And
Features and traits is this last one.
features and traits, yeah.
So all the classes and the races and stuff give you different features and traits. My recommendation is you write them down in there, and then also
Yep.
write down a small description about like what they're about and what they
Yep.
do. Because it's annoying to go back into the Player's Handbook and have to look it up and be like, what does this do? Like, I have this ability, or just completely forget you have an ability. There's so many times where abilities I've had have just come in handy.
Yep. Also, you can put those. There's different pages,
Yeah,
so
there's-
like you can choose to draw or describe your character,
Yep.
their allies and organizations,
More
additional
features
features,
and
backstory,
all that good
treasure.
stuff.
Then
That's the
this
spell
is
sheet.
spell sheets. That's for wizard types.
Yeah, just any. I mean, paladins have spell casting as well, but I don't have it.
But
at
this
level.
would be level 1, so
Yep. Anyways,
we can put that on.
that's whoa, paladin. It's a paladin.
It's a paladin.
Anyways, cool.
All right.
That's my character.
Yep.
And now we're gonna do the character that Levi has that I made for him. Hee hee hee. All right. So, our friend Levi here. Oh man,
You can zoom in at
yeah,
the top.
we're gonna zoom in a little bit. Okay, he's a gnome, a sage. Okay, he's chaotic good is his alignment because he's a little crazy sometimes, right? But for the most part, he's pretty good. I chose wizard because he's a knowledgeable man. He's also a scholar, right? So that's also why I chose sage. Well, you've done more college than me, technically. Okay,
Yeah,
it just
but-
depends on how you look at it. But
Sure.
he's also a gnome. Not because he's short. I think we're like the same height. But because
close to it.
it would say like, oh, the thin frame and the hair, and I was like, that's him. That's Levi.
Yeah.
He's got the thin frame and the long hair. He's skinny boy.
So
So
if you go to our last video, I'm the one with the scraggly beard, and it looks like I've been in a basement for about 70 years.
so he's a gnome. So we've got these different. We're both really bad at charisma. We cannot. We're not good at talking.
Yeah.
We're not. We can't pull any women. Okay, so no charisma.
No charisma.
Wisdom. He's pretty wise. He's pretty intelligent as well. Constitution's 11. Again, he's skinny, so he's like,
I'm
okay.
skinny.
Dexterity, because he's skinny, he can move around pretty fast. Also, he's got strength 13 because he's kind of a sleeper. Okay, he's stronger than he looks. So, I say Levi's got the sleeper build. AC's 13 because he's not wearing any armor, but he gets +3 from his dex. He's got +3 initiative, 25 speed because he's a small little gnome, right? We got his proficiencies in intelligence, wisdom, saving throws, and then his skills. I chose Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation. Knowledgeable man, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He's got lots of fun languages like Elvish, Draconic, Common, Nomish. Some of the most important languages right there. Add Dwarvish in there, and you've got them all basically, all the basic ones.
Except Infernal? Infernal, is that the
Oh,
one?
Infernal and Celestial, kind of, yeah.
And
but
what
I
are
don't
the
know.
other languages?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But you can see here I wrote down some of his features and traits. I didn't give him any descriptions, but I would totally give him descriptions if I was actually gonna play with the character. That's what I would do. So actually, his quarterstaff, he's gonna get +2 actually to that.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh no, +3 to attack with his quarterstaff because he's proficient. And then I wrote down some of his spells here, which you can also write down in this bottom page. That would probably be a lot better if you're playing long term. But just because we're just making this for fun, I put it right here. Most important one right here is this spell right here, Grease, and you'll see because he really likes lube. Okay. He doesn't think that too much lube is a thing. Like,
this is all true. This is all true about both of us.
He really just loves lube, you know? You don't ask about his bond to lube. And then his flaw is he's just always greasy for some reason.
Yeah,
So,
that's true to life.
that's our character, Levi, the greasy gnome sage.
Yep.
He's pretty sick. So... yeah, that's our characters that we
It's
made.
basically how you make a character, and again, these are very basic characters.
Very, very basic. You can go as in depth as you want. This took us like 20 minutes a piece.
Yeah.
It really doesn't take very long once you get it down. Players Handbook, very important, very good piece of, what's the word? Literature. It's a very informational thing. Use it. Very good. Also, look up other guides if you need to. But yeah, no, making characters I think is really fun. Honestly.
I think it's probably one of my favorite parts about D&D.
Yeah.
Aside from the whole adventure thing, that one's also fun.
Oh man, I'm so glad we're not making like 4th edition characters, dude. Those character sheets look so funky. I'm gonna have to pull one up later.
Pull it up right now.
Right now? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. Okay. We're gonna. There we go. That's it right there.
That is crazy.
Oh wait. Oh, I didn't want to. But yeah. See. Yeah. No. It's just so much scarier.
That is a lot of things.
So this guy. It just looks.
This
a
is
little bit
5e
nicer.
for those who don't know, and then this is 4e.
No bueno. Shout out to I guess these people for having one. But yeah, no, that's really bad.
That is
So-
crazy how much stuff is on that sheet.
And then here's another one, I guess. That one's pretty bad too. Oh yeah, and they got the fortitude, the will, and the I don't know what rep is, but anyways.
I'm not sure.
It's way more complex. So 5e, very, very good, very friendly to new players.
Hey, if this podcast, if you enjoyed it, maybe we'll do a 4e character creation.
We'll learn how to do that.
Yeah,
Have
we'll learn
some of
how
the
to do it
manuals,
just for
hey.
you.
There we go. Anyways, yeah, we will see you guys next time on Frogs and Grog.
Yep.
New name.
See you later.
See you later.